the Braves, and a save there, Adelaide score! So here's Lassett with a shot, and he scores! He tries to net walking, and he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood. Teresic hits a shot, and he scores! 4-4. Lachlan going to the net, shoots, and he scores!
And towards Cox, Cox gets a shot away, Davis makes the save. No, it's in! It's in! First take the lead!
Live from O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne, this is AIHL TV. The regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Owners are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
Welcome to O'Brien Icehouse for today's clash. It's a bottom-of-the-table clash as the Melbourne Ice are hosting the Adelaide Adrenaline. Both sides desperate for points. Both sides got points from their last games. Melbourne Ice, they got the win in the shootout last night against the Melbourne Mustangs in a, as always, controversial and much talked about derby. The Adelaide Adrenaline, well, they got a point from their last game against the Sydney Bears, but they'll probably be looking at and saying they should have got the 3 points as they were leading late in the game. My name's Michael Clough, and I'm joined in commentary today by Paul Jaffa-Watson. Welcome, Jaff.
Yeah, thank you, Cloughie. And as usual, it's great to be here. And, you know, these two teams on the ladder, okay, we're not looking at great things at the moment, but I tell you, they can bring a high-quality game tonight. And Melbourne Ice, as you say, off the win last night in the shootout. Adelaide have got talent, you know. They're only just one game away from getting their confidence up and bringing something home.
And with young sides, I think both these sides, Melbourne Ice now coming off a poor season, coming into a poor start to another. Wins can mean a lot of things. That was probably the frustrating thing last week for the Adrenaline. So close. I think they were in 30 seconds of taking the win and the full set of points against the Sydney Bears, last year's grand finalists, and that would just frustrate Adelaide as a club and their fans.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, talking to the boys from Adelaide this morning, and just looking at the coaching bench now from Adelaide, I know they want this win. And they want to take Melbourne, they want to stretch them. And it's going to be a line match-up again. I mean, you know, Adelaide's imports are quality, but they want to wear Melbourne Ice down. They reckon that's the best way to do it. So there's going to be fast changes, lots of quick changes, I should say, and try and whittle Melbourne down. And
one advantage Adelaide do have, yeah, they've travelled, but this is their first game of the weekend.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Melbourne Ice, they played last night.
Yeah, and a tough one to boot.
And tough, I think, physically and emotionally. I know your coaching crew was pretty much at the start of the Mustangs being here in the derbies, but what's the emotional impact that a derby has on both of the Melbourne sides the day after?
You're right. You'd spend a bit of time making sure you try and draw that out and not build on it, because you want the game to be clinical as well, and you want the guys to be able to focus on what they do and not let the emotions override you, because it just takes, as you're well aware, a Jamie Burke, Liam Webster, you know, incident, whatever it may
Or what we
take.
had with Chris Wong yesterday.
Exactly, you know, and then it just loses everything, and the emotions take over. And the players are invested in that. I get that, and that's why hockey's so passionate, because it's a contact sport. But yeah, the whole thing about this is to keep it clinical and take the emotion out. Adelaide won it.
And of course, as always, we're running your tweets on the screen as well today. Just use the hashtag AIHL Game Day, and the best will get on screen as well. A lot of traffic in last night's game, particularly talking about the hit and a waved off goal to the flag of the Mustangs, and Melbourne Ice, the third periods again were problematic.
It had everything, didn't it?
The derbies do. You missed out, Jack. I suppose one of these days we're going to have to get you and Rod Johns in the same commentary box.
Well, I tell you what, mate, if I didn't have to walk here last night, I would have come. No one offered to pick me up.
But definitely it's a chance for both sides to get a win, because it is, you know, second bottom v bottom. Yeah. And Adelaide, I know they're struggling, mate, but they've got to view this game as a winnable game. Yes, they are playing a team that's only one, you know, position on the ladder ahead of them.
And they want it. They want it because they want it for their fans back home, Adelaide. And why not? You know, they're pretty passionate over there. It's a bit like their AFL football. You know, they want it bad. I tell you, the player to watch out for tonight, he's an old veteran, but Rezek. Joseph Rezek. he is quite capable of popping a couple in the net.
Well, he's actually Adelaide's leading scorer, and he's the only Adelaide scorer, I believe, who's actually in double figures so far this season.
There you
so
go.
that's he's sitting on 12 points for the season so far. So yeah, he's going to be a pretty important player. I don't think he made the trip last time for these two sides because he's coming back from Worlds.
Yeah.
And didn't play that. So, and I think he was pretty much missed in the lineup.
Who we got? More importantly, look at who's the linesman on the far side.
Daryl.
Daz.
And Jeff Klink doing the refereeing tonight. So we're going with the one ref system.
Yep.
And now we'll cross over to centre ice for the pre-game presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gift of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
Oh, that kid's got some talent singing the national anthem. She was very good. So we were moments away from opening face-off in this match between the Melbourne Ice and the Adelaide Adrenaline. And we'll have James Danny starting in net for the Melbourne Ice. And it looks like it's going to be Jesse Gordichuk, the import goaltender, starting for the Adelaide Adrenaline. But your final thoughts on this one, Jeff, coming into it, how do you see this game potentially playing out?
Well, the first period will play on a bit of adrenaline, but Melbourne Ice should be more settled. The key to Adelaide is getting good quality shots on and creating a lot of mischief in front of the net. Create confusion and don't let Melbourne Ice set up to bring it out. So what I'm thinking here is that Melbourne Ice will win at the Storm and at least be one goal up at the end of the first.
Tonight, Melbourne Ice have actually gone, in terms of the imports, the 4 import skaters. So Jesse Schwartz missed out on yesterday's game. He's in tonight.
Yep.
And that means Sebastian Anderson, who the import goaltender, who of course was Adelaide last year, misses out facing against his former side, which is probably an interesting storyline in itself.
It is, and I didn't get the take on that. I thought, really? I'd have Sebastian Anderson in tonight personally, but that's my take on it. Just got a nod from Army there. He told me about his good goal last night.
It was a good one.
Yeah, he told me it was old style Army. Let's go. Let's have a good game.
So Melbourne Ice, the home team, they're in the white for this one. Adelaide, the away team, they're in the blue. It's a switch of the home jerseys today. That would have a lot to do also with the fact the Pride game's on tomorrow and the Melbourne Mustangs are going for the white jumper just to make the rainbow colours look even better. So just a change of jerseys today, and the shot comes in, and Gordichuk makes the save.
It was a good save, actually. It's good to see the puck early, and he did, and he just took that little biscuit and just nestled it into his pads. Oh, Anders. And good morning to you, sir. From Malone in Sweden.
Yeah, different time zones. It would have been. We did have some viewers in the US at like 4:30 in the morning watching. And it's a pretty impressive effort, I must admit. I don't get up at 4:30 to watch a sporting event, I can tell you that much.
Well,
Adelaide win the face-off. Alice Kotroska out wide to Joey Rezic.
When you get as old as me, you will, because you're going to the bathroom.
You're just up anyway that time. You're not in bed by 8 though, are you?
That's true.
That stage yet?
Not yet.
So Melbourne Ice have an through Petrosky looking for Kolcheski. And actually that line, the Petrosky-Kolcheski line, which could be a bit of a tongue twister, but their byplay is they've only just...
They're getting to know each other. They're getting to know each other. That was like they've played for quite a while. It was all about feel.
And given that Melbourne Ice, it's hard to put them in the finals discussion because they're that far behind.
Too early.
They need to really start making some moves now if they're ever going to be back in that discussion at this point in the season.
And that's why this weekend's important. So important to Melbourne Ice.
Well, they've got 2 points. So can they make it 5 out of 6 for the weekend? So Graham finds Powell. Now Armstrong. Because Melbourne Ice missing Liam Webster. And I tell you what, late in that game, I think there was a few times in the power play, he was sorely missed.
Yeah, what's the injury?
Not 100% sure, but I think he's having some scans. He'll probably be out a couple of weeks at this stage. So
yeah, he'd be sorely missed. Great defenseman, good leader.
And Chris Wong, apparently it's no permanent damage.
No, he's aggravated the neck injury. Scans apparently, the MRI today, he'll get the results of that. And we wish him all the best because he is a young warrior. Hello, we've got a power play now. So
it's Marcel McGuinness who will make his way to the penalty box. Melbourne Ice got in the first power play. You can see there 1, 2. I think that second one was probably what's got him in trouble.
Yep.
You can usually get away with the first, but not the second.
Correct.
So Melbourne Ice on the power play early. So Hoddick. Now Hoddick again, little backhanded attempt.
Yeah. Melbourne Ice got to slow it down now.
So Armstrong decides to go wide towards Tommy Powell. Playing on the blue line, which is an unfamiliar position for him.
Well, they're just playing it wide, that's why.
Just skating in, gets a shot away. Gordichuk had that one well covered. Shot in, it was blocked. And Adelaide are able to clear. Jacob Lundgren. I thought was pretty good last night in the Derby. Probably one of his better games we've seen him play in Melbourne Ice colours. So Kucheski gets it from Swartz. Happy to send that one corner again. Adelaide clear. So the Adrenaline looking good on the PK so far.
They're aggressive on the PK, that's why. And they're changing quick.
So Lazzarotto for the Ice. Back out to Casey Kolcheski. To Graham, back to Kolcheski. Back to Graham. Fires, shoots, and the save there by Gordichuk. Now so Kolcheski finds a bit of space to play with. The top of the crease, Petrosky couldn't get a clean shot away, and Adelaide again clear once more.
Adelaide are very smart on this PK. They're playing it well.
And now Kolcheski goes out wide to Swartz, who leaves the puck behind.
And offside.
And it's just a bit of lack of communication there between Jesse Swartz and J.M. Petrosky.
Only got about 6 seconds on the penalty.
Now Petrosky goes out wide.
He's just dumped that in.
It's in the zone now, Kolcheski. Back to the point. Pensino is just on the wrong side of him. It's been turned over. Here's a chance now for the Adelaide Adrenaline.
Great
and a great hip check there by Todd Graham. And that's hit, I think it's young Ben Gavril.
There's no penalty there.
And I don't know, to me there's not a penalty, but the player is hurt.
Yeah, it's a rare thing you see these days, a beautiful execution of a hip check.
Because he got low.
Todd Graham.
It doesn't look like there is going to be a penalty, but the play's been blown off dead pretty quickly.
No, there shouldn't be a penalty. It was good hockey.
No, I don't think it's just because the player's got a prone player.
Well, you know, Yeah, you don't want to see.
And that was one of the talking points from the Wong incident last night. The time it took for play to stop. So unfortunately, he does not look in good shape.
No. We don't want him hurt. There's no doubt about that. We wish him well. But you know, when there's a legal check and it's done to perfection, it's going to hurt. It hurts.
Yep. And we'll get a chance to actually see this hit on replay as well. So you can see here.
So Todd Graham's just skating back here, trying to cut the angles back, and he's got the hip out. And it's just beautifully executed. It's got him right in the kidney.
And I think you're right when you say the kidney as well.
And the hip.
He's clearly in pain.
Could be one of the greatest corkies of all time too.
Could be, but you just hope that he's okay.
Yes.
I think unfortunately, we won't see him again tonight. He's grimacing as well. So it's...
I hope you're right. He'll be tough. He'll come out of it. Mum and Dad are watching, or the folks are watching back home. He's okay. He's upright.
Coming out of his own steam. So unfortunately for Adelaide, they're going to be, looks like probably a player down. So not often do I get to break out this jersey for a game day, and so normally a Mustangs fan, but get to see some Melbourne Ice in action, the other Melbourne team.
Well, thank you for watching us.
Now Kotroska for the Adrenaline. Christian Pansino, I think he might see a bit of ice time tonight. Didn't see a huge amount last night. And he's going to be one of those players they'll be looking to have a fresh player. Now Kotroska gets a shot away. Downey with the save. Alice Kotroska got the quick shot away. Battle along the half wall. And it's Chai who has it for the ice, but he's lost it.
Oh, he's
Kotroska out to Rezic. Rezic drives in, shoots, saved by Downey.
Oh, Downey, you won that battle. Rezic just skated straight at him and shot the puck at him. He should have gone wide.
But Aussie Joe doesn't mind just going straight for the jugular.
But the clever part about that was, how did Rezic get himself all that time and space? He cherry-picked beautifully.
And I think it's a play. Last time Adelaide were here, that's something they did try to do, if memory serves me correctly as well. It nearly was successful on occasion. So Joyce just crosses the red line and just fires one in the direction of Gordichuk. Now kept in. Lundgren fires, shoots. Gordichuk with the save, offers up a rebound, and another shot comes in. And Lundgren will go back. Wide pass. Bremner's there in support. So Jonathan Bremner in the corner. Here's Corral, goes back to the point. Lundgren just keeps it in, but he's turned it over. Now the drilling turnover. Lazzarotto.
No one in front of the net to back him up there.
The idea was right, but there was no one there in support. I should say that line, the Lazzarotto, McKenzie, Bremner line, actually been pretty good this year.
Oh,
the games I've seen.
Well, they're our future. Oh, sorry, they're Melbourne Ice's future, and I like them. You know what you get every shift. Effort.
Absolutely.
Effort.
Now Benson back to the point. Shot comes in. Shot was wide. Swartz.
Good pass.
That was a good little back pass to Casey Kucheski out to centre ice, looking at Petrovski. We'll leave it for Kucheski. Back out towards Petrovski. He'll drive towards the net. He's forced out wide.
Oh. It's end-to-end hockey. A lot of forward-checking, a lot of back-checking.
Now Downey with the aggressive pass.
Icing, I think. Waved off.
That waved off. Now Riley for Adelaide. Gets it out towards Andrew Chen. Happy to play that one off the boards, going to the corner. Good work by the defenseman for the Adrenaline. Petrovski looking there for Swartz. Just missed him. It's going to be a foot race. Riley leading to the puck for Adelaide. He's tied up there by Swartz. Did well, did the import.
Adelaide are playing a third man high when they're on the Melbourne Ice are on the offensive.
So now Remy McGuinness. He's happy to send that one in the corner. And Todd Graham will get it. Adelaide make a line change. Direct pass looking there for Karana. Was poke checked away from him. Tommy Powell in support. He'll concede some territory. But Melbourne Ice set up again. So Powell just trying to work his way through three Adelaide defenders. Didn't quite work out quite the plan. Karana out towards Armstrong. Now Armstrong.
They've got a wall up. Adelaide have got a wall up here on the blue line.
Doesn't help when you skate into the said wall either. Now Boyle.
Oh!
And it's tipped in. Alice Katroska has scored the goal. Adelaide get first blood. They lead 1-0.
Well, my first read on that is that Downey should have had that covered, and I think he had first touch on it. Like to see it again. Adelaide are happy. Reward for effort. Good on defence, and they've opportunity on offence. They capitalised.
It was a tip down, and that's always difficult. In fact, it went straight down and up in the gap.
Impossible to stop there. Hard to read.
Yeah, they're almost, when you stop those, it's sometimes more luck than execution of skill, isn't it? So
correct.
So Alex Katroska, that's his 5th goal of the year. Adelaide take the lead. So Lundgren to McKenzie. So despite the fact that Melbourne Ice have probably had the better of play, Adelaide are the team in the lead halfway through the first period.
As it happens in sport.
Now Benson happy to send that one into the corner. I'm going to get there first, but it's going to be a penalty for a late hit. It's going to go against the Melbourne Ice.
Austin McKenzie. And this is where we're talking about Adelaide playing it smart. They've, Melbourne Ice have tried to weather the storm, but what Adelaide are doing is they're playing a 1-2-3 game. In other words, they've got a hard forecheck. Now let's look at this hit.
Then the hit comes in. So that was probably late even under the old interpretations.
It was late. So, Adelaide Adrenaline are playing one hard forechecker, and it's working to their advantage at the moment.
So Rezic now for the Adrenaline. It's a Gautier, back to Rezic. Back to Gautier, back to Rezic. Obviously getting paid by the touches of the puck, those two. And now the eyes through Jeremy Jai are able to clear. Aggressive pass is a good one too. Now Katroska back towards Nuba. Nuba just across the crease. Looking for Katroska, couldn't quite find him. Now Boyle to Gautier. Looking for Aussie Joe. Along the half wall. Pass out wide, back to Rezic. Gets a shot away. Shot was blocked by Graham, but a beautiful setup all the same by Adelaide. Gautier fires, shoots, and that hits the back netting. We'll have a face-off.
Adelaide controlled that power play. They used the puck wisely, and there's a screen in front of the net. I don't know how Danny's head can see it. Nothing would be sweeter than seeing an Adelaide Adrenaline win tonight, with you all the way tonight. Wow. Bradley, he was entitled to that.
You disagree, do you? So battle in the corner. So Gautier will go back. He'll just wait for support to come through, and Gautier will actually scat it out of the zone. Riley. And it's going to be cleared away now by the Eyes. And skating back will be Marcel McGuinness. So McGuinness. Just go out wide. Gautier just knuckleball, and in the end, a scrambling effort there by Danny to save it. As I think there might have been a few hearts and mouths, including the goaltender there for a millisecond.
And why wouldn't you be? You don't know which way it's going to bounce.
Yeah, just that awkward one, isn't it?
What do we got here from Simone?
Yeah, I think Gordichuk will have his work cut out tonight for him in this game. Well, at the moment, you have to say it's been a bit of swings and roundabouts. Gordichuk early, Downey now.
Correct. I thought we've got offside going here.
I think goaltending is going to be critical to this game.
Yes.
As the linesman took a tumble. Now Kahu Joyce, as Melbourne Ice have managed to kill the penalty. Now Boyle. He's turned it over, but a poor pass there by Joyce. Zach Boyle kept his feet, skates it out of the zone, pass out towards Rezic. So Rezic, beautiful pass to the top of the crease.
It's a smart player, Rezic.
Now Swartz. So it's driving towards the net, and Gordachak will make the save the first time he's been called on for a couple of minutes.
Well, that's true. And where Melbourne Ice are falling down is when they're breaking in past the neutral zone, everyone's trying to do it themselves. There's no set play. And it's not going to work. I mean, you can shoot all night from down there in that hash mark. It's a goalie's delight. Got to draw a play in and create some space.
So battle along the half wall, and it's won by Kulcheski for the Melbourne Ice. Benson has it, though, for the Adrenaline. Try to slow the play up, looking for Steve Best. Swartz. Now Lundgren for the Ice. And he fires from just outside the hash marks. And again, Gordachak will have no problems with that one.
Exactly right. So if you could do that all night, and he's just going to keep doing that all night, making that save. What they've got to have is Melbourne Ice breaking in with a delay. Oh, okay.
We have a aspiring ice hockey player.
Well, it's a good league in Japan as well.
They're
Very strong league. I'm glad you're watching today, and I hope you can hear my English.
I probably wish he didn't, but not yours, Jeff, anyway. But Japan is a beautiful country. I don't know if you've ever been there, Jeff.
No, I haven't, mate, but I'd like to see you in the Blossom time.
I'm a big fan. I've been there twice and look forward to getting there a third time.
What was the best part?
It's hard to pinpoint. The food's great. You feel totally safe there as well for a big, particularly Tokyo, for one of the biggest cities in the world. It's one of the safest, and it's completely different to Australia.
Just wondering if you went to the wrestling.
No, I'd love to go to the Sumo.
Yeah. All right, back to the game, huh?
So from one spot to another. Graham. Shot was blocked. Pinched away by Graham. Drop pass. Out towards Powell. Powell out wide. Chance for Graham. Winds up. Shoots. Saved by Gordachak. And then he'll glove that. Good work by Jesse Gordachak.
He is. He's all over this. When the puck's down, he's all over it. At the moment, Gordachak is right on his game.
Yeah, he is. He's looking good tonight. I know it's early and there's still plenty of hockey to come, but he's feeling it at this stage, isn't he?
Yep. But the tempo's right for Melbourne Ice. Get some shots in and get some traffic around the front of the net.
So Ice have it from the face-off. Shot just wide of Gordachak. Try along the half wall. A wind-up shoot. Pad saved by Gordachak. At least now Melbourne Ice are getting shots onto Gordachak, even though he's gloving them like that. Eventually.
Doesn't matter, pressure.
Yep.
No one can take sustained pressure, something will crack. And you're right, Melbourne Ice have had most of the attacking. However, on the offense side, when there's a transition, Adelaide have made the most of their opportunities.
And it's the old chestnut. If you don't shoot, you don't score.
That's it. What's Gretzky saying? 100% of the shots you don't take?
So Adelaide have it from the face-off. So Gauthier, that towards Best. Now Benson. Benson stripped of the puck. Nice clear, but only temporarily, is Andrew Chen. The Adrenaline rookie. Sends it deep, and that's going to be icing. Though the Adelaide bench are not particularly happy about that.
No.
A lot of noise. It's not quite fridge level of disappointment, but...
So the key to Melbourne Ice is winning this draw, getting it back to the D, and everyone crushed to the net.
So from the face-off, Adelaide have it. Chan out towards Gauthier. It's going to be a foot race. Best to get there first for Adelaide, and does. Leaves it for Newboot, just really between his legs. Don't think he was expecting the pass. Chen looking for Benson. That also is going to be nice and cool.
Adelaide are playing a very good positional game, and when their work off the puck is exemplary at the moment, they're absolutely skating to space. Emmy, I should say.
Yeah, Adelaide, they haven't had too many leads this year. So.
No. And their fans are excited by it.
And this is one of the other challenges, is to maintain the lead. Now they've got it. So Best comes in, just see if Danny was awake. Danny was awake, and he'll glove that one.
He was awake indeed. But this is what I like. See, if Adelaide's got nothing happening in the neutral zone, they're happy just to drill that puck in to get a face-off in their end. That's a win for Adelaide. And they set it up for the next line.
So face-off, and it's going to be won by the Melbourne Ice. It's going to be cleared away by Tommy Powell. Mackenzie Kuruana happy to send that one in the corner. It's going to let Powell skate onto it. Powell in the half fork to Graham, winds up, shoots, and Gordichuk with a superb save.
Wasn't that a good save? Because he was going down at the time, and he still had the reflex action to get the hand up, because the shot was high. This guy could play in the nets, mate.
So face-off in the Adelaide zone. Kuruana fires in the general direction of neck. Still the Ice in control. Armstrong protected the puck, but he's forced out wide. So Graham along the half wall. We'll flip that up for Kuruana. Looking for Armstrong. Puck spills free. Now Powell. Shot was blocked. Puck is still free, but it's going to be Resick who will pick it up. As Gordichuk lost his stick, he'll flip it up high. Darcy Flanagan. Now it's Kotroska.
Oh.
Desperate work by Flanagan and Kotroska in that one. Now Powell with a bit of space. And, well, it's going to be waved off.
Blown off. Why was it blown off?
I think it's infraction in the crease, actually. But it was waved off very quickly there by Jeff Klink.
Yeah.
And there wasn't too much protest from Melbourne Ice, it should be said. Well, you can see there, you got Mackenzie Kuruana is in the crease.
Is he?
He's just inside the blue paint. Yeah, the feet were in.
Oh, okay. He was. Even Joseph Resi could see the funny side of that as he was skating off. Or the irony of it all.
So Adelaide maintain the lead. Cheese get there first for the Ice and finds Mackenzie along the half wall. Skating it out was Paul Lazzarotto. And he's just going there for... In fact, it's going to be a late hit call penalty.
Yep.
And it's going against the Adelaide Adrenaline. Nathaniel Benson.
I think any contact tonight after last night's game with the incident with Erzen and Wong, they're a bit sensitive to contact at the moment. Anything late will be called.
Must admit I didn't see that one, so it was certainly well behind the play, but it's a great opportunity for the Melbourne Ice, the home side, to draw level. So face-off with Melbourne Ice on the power play. Now Swartz to Graham, winds up, shoots. And Gordichuk makes the glove save.
The shot's got to be low, and they've got to go for a tip in front of that net. The play is perfect. It was a good play all round. Todd shot just a bit low. Anders, what are we saying here? Yep.
The crowd here tonight actually is pretty good.
Yep.
It should be said.
We can swing the cameras around, mate. There's three-quarter.
Now Petruski out towards Lazzarotto. The tip was just wide. Kucheski out towards Graham. He'll go out wide. To Swartz. Back to Graham. Back to Kucheski. Winds up, shoots. Puck spills free. Scramble just to the side of the net. And Adelaide haven't been able to clear. Graham looking for the tip. Got the tip, but the tip was wide. To Graham again. To Swartz, out wide, looking for Kucheski, couldn't quite find him. Steve Best intercepted the pass. Now Kucheski gets it back. We'll leave it for Petrosky. The top of the crease, another scrambling effort there by Gordichuk.
Oh, he's played well under this penalty. He's seriously played well. That was a good power play from Melbourne Ice.
As I say, the best penalty killer is usually a goaltender. Now Swartz out towards Kolcheski.
They can't bury the biscuit, but they're putting the pressure on.
And it's how long can Adelaide sustain?
Oh, look at this.
The pressure. But here's now Gauthier. Goodyear has support there in Kotroska, who is just offside.
Deary me.
And the two, I think, Alice Kotroska's looking at the lines and looking at Daryl saying, nah, mate, nah, come on.
This is
or
close
the
here,
Czech equivalent.
Bit of a scramble in front of the net. What Adelaide are doing so well, they've just got one man high on the offensive cherry picking, and he's away every time. And Melbourne Ice defence just aren't quite picking that up.
So from the face-off, it's won by Adelaide, who dominated the face-off so far, it should be said tonight. Rezic just had a quick look at the time, which is now under 10 seconds. So he'd be looking just to burn down the clock. Clears it away. And, well, he timed that to perfection. It would have been an icy call otherwise. And at the end of the first period, it is the visitors, the Adelaide Adrenaline, who lead the Melbourne Ice 1-0.
Melbourne Ice had the play, but Adelaide had the smarts. And I've got to give it to them. They've played well, they've set it up well, and they're playing that one-man high beautifully. So they've got a hard forechecker, one man going in deep. And it's paying to their advantage at the moment.
So to wrap things up at the end of the first period, it's the Adelaide Adrenaline who lead the Melbourne Ice 1-0. And we'll be back shortly with the second period of play. Welcome back to O'Brien Group Arena for the second period of play in this match between the Melbourne Ice and the Adelaide Adrenaline. It's the Adrenaline who do lead 1-0 as Joey Resnick looks like he's playing up to the crowd / the Melbourne Ice bench just to stir the opposition up a little bit.
Well, can I tell you, Cloughy, I was with the Melbourne Ice bench there, and or the team, and they're saying a bit of controversy over that goal.
So we'll have a look.
So
this was a wave
Tommy
of goal.
Powell lines up for the shot. Where is that? 1 foot is in the crease now. No, is it enough? Is it enough to have 1 foot? Is it a law that has to be 2 feet in the crease?
Well, our goal list, the rules experts we saw yesterday will certainly clarify that for us. But
where's Steve when we need him?
In Perth, choking on flies apparently. So Petrovski.
You know, I'm old school, but I always thought it had to be 2 feet in the crease. You're saying 1 foot's enough.
Well, if he interferes with the goaltender now, Petrovski with the tip, just a little bit wide. Kulcheski. Melbourne Ice started on the power play, but that is now over. Oh. Now Kulcheski, tight angle shot. Still Melbourne Ice have it through Lazzarotto. But all he's done is turn it over. Benson now for the Adelaide Adrenaline. And Downey, well, that sends that straight into the Adelaide bench. If you can't beat the opposition, take them out while they're there.
Yeah, but what I saw out of that was that Melbourne Ice aren't back checking. They're not. They were left stranded. It was 2 on 2. It should have been 3 on 2. They're back from Melbourne Ice, and there wasn't. So you've got to skate both ways, Melbourne Ice. Adelaide are making the most of their cherry picker. They're really causing some problem with that one-man high.
So face-off in the Melbourne Ice zone. It's Adelaide to win the face-off. Boyle fires, shoots, looking for the tip from Anderson. And Danny will glove that one. We'll have another face-off.
Adelaide have come out more composed at the moment, I believe. So
they've probably been most composed throughout the two teams throughout the game so far.
Yep.
And that's one thing that certainly been impressive with from an Adelaide point of view is they've been organised so far and they've been composed. So Melbourne Ice have it from the face-off. Now Armstrong looking for Powell. Powell drive to the net. Forced out wide, pass it back out towards Lundgren, who fires, shoots, and Gordichuk makes the save.
Well, Tommy Powell's just done a Resnick. He's cherry-picked on that blue line and been able to get the puck deep in the zone and cause a face-off. Hello, what's happened here?
I think there might be an equipment issue. I'm gathering that. The goaltender makes their way to the bench. And might be just getting a new stick, hopefully. Or no, he's making his way off, so they're going to have to...
What's that about? Might be a bit of cramp.
Or is it his skate? I'm just having a look at... Yeah, I think it's an issue with his skate. His skate must just come loose, so they've just put it back in, and now Gordichuk goes again. Might have been a few hearts and mouths just temporarily there for fans in Adelaide.
Especially the people that are watching this in Adelaide, yes.
So Joyce fires up, and well...
You could shoot them all day, and he's just going to say thank you. You know, Melbourne Ice are making Gordichuk look good. They are. They're shooting it straight at him.
That's it. Gordichuk is also making himself look good. You can only stop what's presented to you.
Yeah, but you know, they could stretch him. They're not stretching him.
So Joyce, he's tied up there by Remy McGuinness. Now Chen decides to redirect the play. Probably not the smartest thing to do.
Good check.
Yeah, Chai rode the bump. Jeremy Chai will happily send that one back into the corner looking for Sam Hoddick. Remy McGuinness will get there first for Adelaide. Looking for Stapleton, who should skate onto it. Anthony Chia was in the way, though. Now out towards Christian Pansino. He goes out wide, looking for Chai, missed him. And looks like it's going to be an icing call, is it?
You like the new face-off rule. Can't say the same about the new late hit rule. Let them finish their hit. Well, you know what?
Yeah, they don't toss anyone out the face-off circle anymore. It's one warning and then there's a penalty.
You're out. But I'm with you, Chris. Let them finish their hit. I agree.
I don't think there's too many people that are a fan of the late hit rule, to be honest.
Nah. I mean, if it's that blatant, sure, but you got to finish your check.
Yeah, like I think the McKenzie one in the first period was way late. he wasn't even preparing for the after the puck had already been moved on. But yeah, some of them you've got a question. Here's a chance now for the Eyes. Pensino, he's tied up.
Oh, there's a penalty.
And then he's taken down, and it's going to be a penalty call.
Could be a penalty shot. Could be. No, it's trip.
Just a trip.
Just a trip. Yeah, it was there all day.
So a bit of a panic penalty, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I love the look on the players when they look up and go, really, me? I didn't do that,
McGuinness is still having words.
I didn't do it.
It's like, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. He's lost his edge and then he's taken a play. It wasn't intentional.
No.
But it's still a tripping call. It's
Absolutely.
A tripping call any day of the week.
Melbourne Ice got to win the draw, get it back to Graham and get it across to...
Well, Graham, so far it's gone to plan as Graham finds Swartz. Goes out towards Kulcheski. Adelaide able to clear it. So the Adrenaline did look organised defensively on the PK earlier.
Yep. All right.
Now Swartz. To Graham. Now Kulcheski. Ooh. Bat along the half wall. Graham will get it for the Eyes. Back towards Lazzarotto. Now James Petrosky. Back to Swartz. Petrosky misses it. Has Kulcheski there in support. Goes back out towards Petrosky. Out wide to Graham.
Got to get quick release. Get the shot away.
Do everything bar shooting the puck at the moment, the Melbourne Ice and the power play. So Petrosky goes out wide, just tries to force his way in. And Graham just keeps it in. He goes out wide. This is a better chance now for the Ice, but that last pass wasn't a great one. That's going to be another tripping call. Melbourne Ice still looking for it, and eventually it'll be touched up by Adelaide.
Good call, ref.
So Melbourne Ice will now have a 5-on-3 power play for 40 seconds. Newber is arguing the point, but again, I thought it was a pretty obvious call, to be honest.
Yeah, it was there all day.
You can see here. Yeah,
yep,
so
there's one there.
Pretty obvious. In fact, I think maybe he's just arguing whether who the player's going, because it's actually, I think he's the.
Oh, there's a nice slash there at the end there.
Yeah. So just seeing what's coming in. In fact, there's two players going. So Goody is going in, Newber's going in, even though it was Anderson who actually did the trip, and that might be the Newber saying, well, not me. Now Anderson's going. In fact, it's penalties across the board.
Well, there was a slash.
Unless, okay, so Goody is coming out of the penalty box. Anderson's coming in. So it looks like there's going to be two calls there for, the call for the trip and the slash.
Tripping, one for slash. Tommy Powell and Joseph Rezic, good Australian teammates there in the national team, having a bit of a giggle and a bit of a laugh about it all. I mean, Lachlan Bell, love your work.
I hope he's stroking his beard in satisfaction while he's doing that.
Lachlan, it's good to hear you, mate, and I'm glad you're there. Have a drink for me, my friend.
I tell you what, the weather in Bali would be better than Melbourne right now.
Oh, it's freezing. Absolutely. I tell you what, don't drown, Lachlan, okay?
Thanks for that advice, Jack.
Well, he's going to have a few drinks. I can see the beard will keep
safety advice presented by Jack. So Melbourne Ice on a 5-on-3 power
They're
play.
thrown out of I agree with Rezic on this. That's the warning.
So if he does it again, there will be another penalty to the Adelaide Adrenaline.
Oh,
and it's been tipped in.
It was tipped in.
It's an own goal by the Adrenaline.
Yes, it was. Oh, it had to come from nowhere, and it did.
Literally nowhere. And that's not the greatest moments in Adelaide Adrenaline history this past minute or so.
No. They could feel a little bit cheated on that. However, it still presented itself.
So Matt Armstrong will get credited with the goal. Sometimes you just got to throw it out there, don't you?
I mean, Deary me.
They still haven't, it has to be said, Melbourne Ice technically still haven't beaten Jesse Gordichuk tonight.
Yeah, well, no, they haven't. I was just going to say, Gordichuk's done a great job, but not against his own team.
As you know, when your teammates do that to you, very rarely gets a goalie ready for it.
I did that once to Danny McIver.
Did he speak to you for how long? Did he not speak to you for that?
The next time I was in front of the net protecting it, I got a slash in the back of my own calves. It was from Danny. And he said,
You get out.
Yeah, he said, don't ever do that again. Oh, Jesus, Danny, thanks. He's a great Canadian goalie we had in the day.
So we've already got a Joel chant going on. But Matt Armstrong get credit to the goal. His second goal of the season, second goal in 2 games. And now Lundgren for the Melbourne Ice. Goes out wide to Sam Hoddick. So down, he comes out of his crease. There's a big opportunity for the Melbourne Ice to take the lead. It's still a 5-on-3, so it's going to be 5-on-3 for the remaining 1 minute 20.
Ooh, you're right. It's a lot of time.
And they've turned it
Great
over.
Work,
So
Rezic. He's a good hockey player. I don't know what age he is, but he's been a journeyman for Adelaide.
well, he doesn't have the speed, but yeah, like you said, Jeff, he's got the hockey smarts.
Oh.
That's what makes him so dangerous.
Well, he reads the play beautifully.
So Lundgren out wide.
Joseph Rezic.
Now Schwartz. Goes back out towards Kulcheski. Lundgren back to
They've got to
Kulcheski.
get some more traffic in front of the net.
And that's the
There it
plan.
is.
Gordichuk
Oh,
just
Gordichuk,
got the
yeah.
pad onto that one.
Yep. But that's the way to do it. Create confusion in front of the net and stretch him. They're not stretching him. He's been able to cover it. He covers his angles well.
And that's part of the battle, particularly when you're on a penalty kill.
Yep, look at him. He's standing upright at the moment. He's got the middle of the net covered. But you notice he's moving left to right, left to right, left to right. Yeah.
He could make that move.
Yeah, he can make that move because he was already, those hips were already moving.
So best now for the Adrenaline. So they win the face-off, a key face-off win. Guinness will just in there as deep as he can, make the line change. Stapleton comes on, Melbourne Ice have it. Schwartz having to send that one in the corner. Pass to the top of the crease.
There it is.
And it's in.
That
Petrovski
was a
scores.
beautiful goal. That was the best play I've seen Melbourne Ice do in a long time.
So the Ice take the lead.
Oh, that was tic-tac. That was good hockey.
And what I liked about that one was Schwartz was willing to play the not the highlight reel hockey, just get it in deep, then show some patience, get the pass away.
That's it. That's quite right, Cloughy. Let's look at it deep. Goes in deep. Look at that. That's where they lacked before. In the past, they were taking this shot deep into the hash mark. Instead, now they had a man coming in and a delay, and he had the shot, the good shot in the high slot area. Buried the biscuit.
But Melbourne Ice still on the power play. But it's a 5-on-4 power play.
Petrovski, great shot.
And he's been a great addition to the Melbourne Ice since arriving about 2 weeks ago. Petrovski looking for his second. Just carries it behind the net. Cycles, loses an edge. Now Noba. Line Schwartz up for the hit. Kulcheski. Now Schwartz. Schwartz will get it back. He'll drop past to Petrovski. Chesky was also there, so Adelaide managed to kill the second penalty, but they nearly conceded. So Schwartz, Petrovski. Now Schwartz gets a shot away, and Gordichuk will have that one well covered.
Again, dumb play, great work deep, but then the finish wasn't. Get that puck out into the slot area. Oh, in Sweden you're allowed in the crease as long as you don't interfere with the goalie. Anders, thank you. Thank you.
But does the
And
goalie...
we play under the AIHL rules.
Yeah, but does the goalie allow to throw a pickled herring at you if you get in his crease? Joy Anders will get that joke. Now Bremner.
I don't think you'll think that's funny at all.
Oh, we'll soon find out, won't we?
I can't wait till you go over there and he serves you that for breakfast.
Now Bremner, well, he's just offside.
I tell you, Adelaide have just got to... How do they mentally handle this right now? Oh, here we go. Big goal for the Icehouse. Sure, you can watch hockey in the Barley, but here it's sunny here in Britain. You've got the World Cup going on, brother.
Yeah, we do. But that said, the games, the day games are starting, at 7, 8 o'clock at night our time. So, yeah, it's a bit of a late night if you want to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, but Anthony, good luck.
Because Australia playing Afghanistan in their opening game tonight, local time.
Exactly. Be a bit like watching a game of Bushkazi back in Kabul. And Australia should do it.
Should do it, but don't underestimate the Afghans. I'll say that much.
No.
116. Oh.
Above Hong Kong, 116 floors. Let's hope there's not an earthquake.
No, that's probably the highest anybody's probably watching the AIHL game. So, Hoddick.
What a view you'd have from that floor, by the way.
Absolutely. It's great to have viewers all around the world.
Thank you for tuning in, guys.
So, Hoddick to the top of the crease, but Gordichuk has that one covered.
So, you know, talk about Joseph Resnick being the journeyman for Adelaide. Had it beamed down to me that he's 28 years of age, so he's still young. He's got plenty of time. He just seems to have been playing at a high level in this.
He gets it back now. Swartz back to James Petrosky.
Oh,
looking for
yes.
Swartz again. Couldn't get a clean shot away. One Gordichuk gloves it.
But they're moving around very well. And what Adelaide are doing is they're collapsing. They're collapsing deep, and therefore they're allowing Melbourne Ice defence to be free on the blue line. Once Melbourne Ice forwards wake up to that, they can bring their defencemen into the play. But Adelaide are doing a lot of puck watching at the moment, and they're getting caught deep.
And this is their challenge as a young side. That Melbourne Ice have adjusted their tactics, and how do Adelaide respond when the side's dominating on them? Which is happening at the moment, certainly in general play. And this is the challenge Adelaide will have. And probably something they've struggled with.
Okay.
Being a young side, that's part of the deal, but it's something you've got to learn.
It's true. Get the kilometres in the legs, and the experience comes with it.
Nathan Kachia, stretch pass out towards Christian Pansino. Pansino gets a shot away. Gordichuk with the save.
Oh, strong on the shoulder.
Now Melbourne Ice get it back. Jeremy Chai just threw it to the slot.
Melbourne Ice using the body well. Clean and legal.
Now
Oh,
Katroska
good
just weaving his way through the Melbourne Ice defence. Tries to cut the middle lane, forced to go out wide. Downey with the save.
Great save by James Downey.
But a great individual effort there by Ellis Katroska as we've got
a man down here.
Yeah, looks like a hit behind play, and an Adelaide player is down.
I think it was a stick.
And it's Ellis Katroska. I think it's the leg that's actually... And Katroska's slow to get up.
Well,
Adelaide are already a player down, should be noted.
Yeah. Our director upstairs is just winding it back.
But I think Katroska might be okay. I think it's...
Here we go. Let's have a look at this.
You can see one hit. Well, actually,
good hit.
Technically, that's a late hit.
No, it's not.
Oh, under the current rules, it is.
It's not.
Like it or not, it's... And Katroska...
Oh, he took the knee out.
Yeah, knee and knee.
Took the knee out.
But no penalties are coming from either of those hits by the looks of it.
I'd love to know what the rule is on the late hit. How many seconds, how many feet,
In fact, we got 2, yeah. So it looks like Chai will go to the penalty box, will it? Jason Rezic and Jeff Klink having a few words with each other. Bit of discussion going on, but I think it's going to be a penalty against the Ice. In fact, it will be. Jeremy Chai will make his way to the penalty box, which I think is a fair call.
Yep. For the knee.
But it was just that whole shift was great work there by Katroska. He took it upon himself. Adelaide needed a bit of a spark, and he decided he saw an opening. He decided he was going to be the spark.
Didn't he put the jets on?
Oh yeah.
Over that neutral zone, he just blew into the through over the blue line.
But hopefully Katroska will be okay from that that collision, because the adrenaline really do need him. He's out there at the moment.
Here we go. Darrell's getting into the game here. Mr. Hamilton.
And already the fans, they won't forget Darrell anytime soon.
No.
Providing their own commentary. So from the face-off, won by Adelaide there on the power play. Rezic out towards Gauthier. Goes out wide to Zach Boyle. Fires, shoots, shot was blocked. Rezic, good work there by Carpenter. Looking for Armstrong, caught a high stick.
Oh, they can't get the puck out of the zone, no. Great pressure by Adelaide.
Now Rezic. And it's going to be a penalty against the Ice, and Armstrong didn't like... Obviously,
Rezic didn't like that either.
No, the two Mighty Roos teammates staring each other down. It's going to be an old-style Western shootout between these two, I think.
Well, you know, it's not in Armstrong's make-up either to fight, but there was a bit of stick work going on there from both of them.
Well, Armstrong, I think, copped a high stick. It must have come from Rezic, and he didn't like the treatment.
No. And this is where it can turn a game in a heartbeat. I think I'd be calling Rezic as well, because he retaliated with the high stick as well. It's got to be both of them. It's got to be both of them.
But it doesn't look like it will be. It's just going to be Matt Armstrong by the looks of it.
Yeah.
So it's a high stick penalty against Armstrong, which I think is a fair call.
Yeah, and it should have been one for Rezic, I'm afraid.
I think that first penalty was missed. But what always happens, you retaliate, you get the call against you.
Story of my life. Well, it's Adelaide's turn now.
The Darrell chance to start, even though Darrell's not actually got the armbands on tonight. So 5-1-3 power play for Adelaide. This is a great chance for them to level the score. It's a Boyle. Gauthier winds up, shoots.
It's going to be a good test for Downey.
So Rezic to Gauthier back out towards Rezic. Gauthier out to Boyle. It's been good tonight. Trzoska. And it's cleared by Powell. So now Carpenter for the Ice. And he just clears it out of trouble. It will gobble up time on the PK. Melbourne Ice use the opportunity to make a full line change.
A full, 3 of them.
And Uber for the Adelaide Adrenaline, playing the patience game.
Good work, Downey.
So far, the Melbourne Ice looking good.
Absolutely. Long time left, though.
Gauthier.
This is where it sets up.
Out towards Uber, just wide with a backhanded shot. Boyle along the half wall. And we've got to stop in play, and it's a crease violation.
Well, it was.
And then Uber's decided to give him a bit of a whack, and that looks like it's going to be a penalty
I saw that.
against Colin Uber, and that's just dumb hockey.
Yeah, I saw that, and it was. Now he's going to lose it.
And the great irony is Colin Uber is actually a ref in North America.
He can't believe it. He can't believe it.
But I think...
I'll tell you why, because Danny gave him one right between the legs while he was in the crease.
So you can see this is the earlier issue.
Yeah.
There's the high stick. And that actually was Gauthier.
He's just thrown out of the game now.
He has too.
Thrown him out of the game.
Now, if memory serves me right, this happened to Colin Uber the last time he was at this venue as well. I can't remember if it was against the Mustangs or the Adrenaline for Melbourne Ice.
Oh, that's with Armstrong and yeah.
But you can see there, so...
Rezic retaliated, and I would have put them both in the box then. You got a bit upstairs there. Yeah.
So now Adelaide are effectively 2 players down for the remainder of this game.
Oh. They're gonna
one through injury and one through being shown the gate. So
look at Downey and Rezic having a talk. No, who was it? 47, Katrowski. Katrowska?
Yes. But it's a golden rule of hockey. We just touched on it. You're saying that Downey may have given a little bit of a stick in the leg.
He did.
But you retaliate, and more often than not, it's the ref will see your retaliation.
100% he will.
Particularly after they've called a crease violation, so the ref's looking at you and you just go whack. It's just not smart hockey.
No. And it chewed up some valuable seconds before the whistle was blown as well.
So what have we got here? We've got a...
I'm just trying to work that out myself.
Well, it's still Adelaide are on the power play, so it's still now, but it's a 4-on-3. The puck's gone down all the other way, other end as well. Kucheski, well, won the face-off, but it's pinched by Katrowska. Dallas Katrowska. Looking for Gauthier. Coming in there was Rezic, got the shot away. Gauthier gets it back, goes back to the point, misses Katrowska. Yeah, it's going to be a foot race.
Danny backed himself there in the net for Melbourne Ice, and he came up trumps. But it's not over yet.
So now it's 4-on-4. Melbourne Ice kill one penalty. Katrowska looking for Rezic. Blocked by Graham. He'll go out wide. Kucheski to Swartz. Should get out towards Petrosky, just on the wrong side of him.
Oh, here we go.
Need a chance now for Adelaide. Marcel begin to strip to the puck.
Melbourne Ice back to full strength.
Now Melbourne Ice are the team on the power play. So Swartz to Petrovski.
He's gone deep. Got to use his defence. Oh, good recovery there.
To Petrovski.
He's got to use the points. That's it. Plenty of time. Build it up. Get it back. That's it. Get the shot.
So Kucheski, well, it was dragged down. I think it might have been Petrovski, but it went wide. Much to the relief there of Jesse Gordichuk. So Kucheski winds up, shoots. Shot was well wide though.
That's what you want. The one-timer low.
Graham just keeps it in.
Oh,
Kucheski, he's lost it. Now Rezic for the Adrenaline.
Good backup there from Graham on the point. Now it's a 2-on-1, it's a 3-on-1.
So Armstrong.
Get the drawback.
Gets it to Swartz, but straight in the logo there of Gordichuk, and he is really disappointed in himself because he knew he made a big error. That was a goal for the taking.
Jesse Swartz shot it straight at him. He had the whole net to look at.
Yeah.
And he knows it. That's where it really drives it home. However, this game has got another element, penalties. It's really, look at that. Yep, no.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding that, he did cut the angles down well in the net.
You've got to make yourself as big as possible when you're in the net. So battle in the corner. So Kachia winds up, shoots. Top of the Gordichuk's crease at Melbourne Ice still have it. Joyce was a bit of a weak shot in the end. Two players could have raffled it. In fact, I think they both got a piece of it. Yeah, if that had gone through, that would have been an interesting call.
Yes.
Gordichuk looking just to cover the puck, hasn't been able to. But we are back to 5-on-5 hockey finally. So Chen looking out towards Ryan Fole. Hasn't been able to clear the zone. Joyce. Attempt was blocked. It's Powell. Powell fires it in general direction of Gordichuk. Zach Boyle now goes from one corner to the other along the half wall. Ryan Fole should be able to clear. Hasn't been able to. He's been pinched there by Kahu Joyce. Bremner there in support. Now Bremner just tries to stuff it. Lazaretto's also there.
Now they're
and now Bess gets it out towards Fole. It's going to be a foot race. Fole did well, happy to send that one into the corner. Kachia will skate onto it. He's bumped to off the puck by Best. Steve Best back out towards Benson, gets a shot away. That was a little too easy, but it's been turned over. Here's a chance now for Kuruana. Tried to cut in the middle lane. Unfortunately left the puck behind.
Great defensive work from Adelaide there. We were talking about young Fold there from Adelaide Adrenaline. Oh, he copped a bad check in the back too. Lost three teeth. It was a disgusting check from behind.
Just a previous injury while he's wearing the grill?
Yeah, absolutely. He took it like a tough guy that he is, strong man that he is.
So Armstrong tried to get a shot away. Gordichuk with the save.
Glenn Fold's his father, great Australian hockey player and referee as well.
And so at the end of what could be best described as an eventful second period, plenty of penalties, a couple of goals.
It had everything in tension. That period was consumed by penalties, and that brought a different element to the game. Melbourne Ice still dominated that period. They moved the puck well. Adelaide was still up to it. When they got their opportunities, they took them. And now Armstrong and Rezic are having a talk, and hopefully they're sorting it out.
I'm sure there'll be beers after.
Teammates.
Yeah, it's certainly the national team. Now it's all smiles. So to wrap things up at the end of two periods, it's the Melbourne Ice who lead the Adelaide Adrenaline 2-1. Back shortly with the third period of play. So welcome back to the O'Brien Icehouse for the third period. Face-off won by the Ice. They currently lead 2-1. So what can Adelaide do to get themselves back into the game? Penalty-riddled second period. Rezic trying to do it all on his own. But for a shot from a tight angle, it's an empty crease at the moment, but Adelaide just couldn't get the puck. Fires in the general direction of Downey. Probably not a bad idea while he's still scrambling.
He's hurt.
To regain his composure, and I think you're right, he's hurt. So I'll have a stop in play.
I don't know whether it was his own muscle.
He's a bit annoyed with himself, actually.
Yeah. Rezic stretched him. That's why. Rezic was skating all round and he stretched him from one pillar to the other. I just don't think he was warm enough for that.
Well, it looks like there's nothing coming out of it. So it's, But Adelaide are down 2 players. So, Gaballet is out. He got injured in the first period. And also Newber is out. He got 2 misconduct penalties, basically one after the other game penalty afterwards. So it's going to be a stretch for the Adrenaline. They usually don't come on road trips with large bench team. They can't afford to lose 2 players. They're goal down. So Kulcheski off a defender's stick.
Oh, yes.
Good. He's done well.
3-on-1.
He's done well for the Adrenaline. Just goes out wide to Katroska, looking out towards Godiels. So there's Rezic.
Well done, Downey. Great work in the net. He read that beautifully. He stretched across. He was stretched. Rezic was on it, but he had it covered. Downey, excellent keeping there.
But even that whole play by Alex Gauthier to even create this opportunity.
Yeah, well, it was a 3-on-1. Oh, there. He kept the pad down. It was so easy to raise that, and he kept it down.
So face-off won by the Adrenaline. As the Ice are going to clear to Flanagan. Out towards Powell. Just fires on Gordichuk's crease. Caruana. Another shot onto Gordichuk. Off the pads, hits the back netting, and we'll have a face-off.
Adelaide have come out. They want to win it. They've come out guns blazing. They're giving it something.
And mentioned in yesterday's game with Rod, one thing about playing the Melbourne Ice in the third period, doesn't matter who you are, you always feel like you're still in the game.
Yeah, it's true.
Third periods haven't been Melbourne Ice's friends for a good year and a half now. Well, there you go, just to prove the point, it's 2-2.
A goal from nothing.
That's in fact 3-1, I should say.
Todd Graham wins that. Todd Graham standing there going, how did that happen, boys?
Bit of a goal out of nowhere. So Melbourne Ice get the goal. But I still say they most feel they're leading the game, but that's an unlucky one, but an important goal for Melbourne Ice coming in the third period for their confidence.
Get left stranded on it. It's a shot.
It's come off a defender, I think.
It's gone back behind the net. It's bounced back off and back off Gordichuk. Oh, dearie me. How does that work? Good things happen when you shoot.
Oh, Graham will be credited with the goal. A bit of a goal out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, it's that old story, mate. Good things happen when you shoot.
So Todd Graham's second goal of the season. They lead 3-1.
Wow, double assist. How does that work?
But now it's time for Adelaide to step up. 2-goal difference. But the Melbourne Ice, they're charging all of a sudden. Is Graham pinching in?
Well,
well I've got one bottle to go for 2.
He thinks he's Bobby Orr now. He's off. He's off and running. Well, speaking of that.
Yeah, I was just talking about Melbourne Ice being shaky. They score a goal on me just to not prove the point, as I miscalled that one. But so I still think Adelaide got to believe they're still in the game. 2 goals against a side that usually has been shaking third periods. It's and they've been playing some reasonably good hockey tonight too, the Adrenaline.
Absolutely they have.
Probably just got unlucky. 2 of the goals have been, in many ways, really unlucky against Adelaide so far.
That's correct. But what Adelaide have got to do, they've got to start playing their cherry pick again. Have that man high. And while coming in there was Katroska. Good save by Downey. Downey's game has improved as the game has gone on. He has now, he's just following that puck like a balloon or like a watermelon. He's just seeing it. He's going with it. It's all good.
For mine, it's his best performance of the year so far. I'm a big fan of James Downey.
Okay.
But I think he's been shaky in parts of this year.
All right.
But he's looking confident.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt about that. He's playing confident. Oh, Daryl. Oh, no. Let's go. I want to talk to you about the Bruins and St. Louis when we get a moment.
Well, now it's a McKenzie for the Eyes, looking for Bremner just wide of him. Alice Katroska. So Rezic. Pass was blocked. Good. He will just keep it in.
Oh, good move.
Yep, found an opening. Gauthier along the half wall. Rezic just stopped in his tracks, and here's a chance now for the Eyes, trapped by Bremner. So Bremner in the corner. Gauthier will clear it to Rezic. And leave it for Les Katroska. So Katroska, tight angle shot, hits the pipe.
Not a bad shot.
It was a real bullet, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? And it just hit that pipe.
So Marcel McGuinness. A backhanded scoop to Rezic. Leaves it now for Remy McGuinness. McGuinness drives towards the net. Foul also there in support. The Eyes are able to clear. In fact, the pass was blocked. Open door for McGuinness to Foal. Thought about hacking at it for a sec. Would have given a penalty if he did. Gilcheski to Swartz. Swartz drives in, shoots. Gordichuk with the save. Melbourne Eyes still have it. Lindgren leaves it behind.
Oh, there's pressure all around here.
Now Carpenter. Out to Petrovski. Petrovski cuts the middle lane. Little drop pass looking for Kucheski. He was looking for Petrovski. Couldn't find him. Now Boyle, best for Adelaide. Skate the puck out. Now Melbourne Eyes have it. It's going to be cleared away. Getting there first will be Chen. Too quick for Armstrong. Unable to clear. Best. When the puck gets out to Fold just over his stick. And Powell out wide. So Steve Best out wide, looking for Benson. He's tied up there by Flanagan. But Adelaide, they're forced to retreat at the moment. They're being trapped in the neutral zone.
They are.
So we've got a penalty against the Melbourne Eyes.
Delayed penalty being called.
But even that whole play building up, they seem to be spending a lot of time trapped in the neutral zone.
Why? Because the people, their forwards aren't creating options. Yeah, their forwards aren't creating options. They're not moving their feet.
And so it's against Darcy Flanagan, which I think would be for that hold we just saw a bit earlier. Was half expecting the call to come through.
Hey, I agree it was a hold. It was a dumb penalty.
Yeah, here we go here, and yeah. I think Benson was certain making sure the arm was held down a bit, but again,
he put Mayo on it.
Yeah, but it was the holding motion. He's wrapped the arms around. That's always going to be a penalty.
It was there. Adelaide's chance.
And it looks good on special teams tonight, it should be said too, the Adrenaline. So they win the face-off. Now Katroska. Lundgren unable to clear. So Anderson to Rezic. Goodyear fires wide. Back behind the net, Melbourne Eyes have it. And are able to clear, get themselves out of trouble. Alex Gauthier just skated out the zone. That's a lovely pass in the end. Alex Katroska didn't look like much, but it hit the target perfectly.
It was a beaut little placement.
It certainly helped them fight away through the Melbourne Ice wall. Now Rezic. Gauthier gets it from Marcel McGuinness.
They need traffic in front of the net, Adelaide.
So Rezic just fires on net.
There was nobody there to screen it.
Right into the M in James Downey's jersey.
Downey had it. Wow, plenty of time in this period for Adelaide to come back.
It's a big game for both sides. Both need the points, and I think both need the confidence that comes from getting some points out of it.
Yeah, but you know what happens? The longer the game goes, the more Adelaide Adrenaline's heads will drop with 2 goals behind, because they'll just think their season, it'll become a burden for them, sadly.
So Gauthier gets it back from Marcel McGuinness. Steve Best. Out wide.
Oh, good play.
Puck spills free, an open net. And they're just wide.
They were unlucky.
Gauthier from the point into the corner. So Rezic back to the point. Gauthier, we're happy to send that to the half wall. Let's Gauthier back out towards Riley. Shot comes in. Downey makes the save.
Downey's owning that puck right now. He's saying, this is my game, boys. I'm up. I'm up. Adelaide are throwing everything at him.
And that was some aggressive goaltending too.
Yes, it was. Adelaide aren't doing a lot wrong. They, just there. Just that little
that was the chance.
Yeah, it was.
It's not an easy chance despite the fact it was an open net, because you still got to make contact on the backhand. But gee,
correct.
If they had got that one, this game really would have been on for young and old. It's good work by Rezic for the Adrenaline. Penalty's about to end. So Melbourne Ice successfully kill off the penalty. It's Graham looking out towards Flanagan, just out of the penalty box. Marcel McGuinness. Finellis Katroska out wide towards Harley Anderson. Also, McGuinness decided to pitch it from him. Can he finish the deal? No, he can't.
Pretty close.
If nothing else, Marcel McGuinness has switched on right now. Little drop pass from Swartz to Petrosky. To Kolcheski, got the shot. Gordichuk with the save.
Great hockey all round there. Look at this.
Kolcheski, here's a chance now.
And it's onside.
Danny will glove that one, and Joyce will just put Joey Rezic on his backside. That could be a critique of Aussie Joe's
yeah, well, it was a nice
tweeting.
Nice little byplay between Army and Armstrong and Rezic at the start of the third period. Good mates. Yeah, it was good.
I just love the pace there. It couldn't get a shot away, or a good shot away in the end, but that's a good sign. And Joe's just saying,
yeah, he's got a worry.
Please go away, Mr. Rezic.
Yeah.
Well, actions to that effect anyway. So Chen sends that one in the corner for Adelaide. Stable up against Armstrong, so 2 veterans at it. Adelaide have the numbers, but Melbourne Ice will win it. Jacob Lundgren, kept in by Riley. Cleared out by Lundgren.
That's it. Put pressure on now. Hard forecheck from Melbourne Ice is required.
And Kurana wins it. Here's a chance now for the Ice. Shot comes in and it scores!
And it created a goal.
And now Adelaide are in a world of hurt.
That goal was caused by a hard forecheck, hard aggressive, dumped the puck in, run and gun, let it roll, and create it. They created pressure in front of that net. That shot was it was there all way. We can see it again. We're just going to see the shot probably.
Yeah, Jacob Lundgren.
But prior to that was how that puck went in deep, and the forechecking pressure was created.
So I've got that down as Lundgren's 4th goal this season.
Well, now let's see if Adelaide don't collapse.
Now Heidi.
And now the game is an interesting phase. Melbourne Ice now feeling confident. And Adelaide just can't drop their heads.
No.
Because there's a real risk that the game could blow out if they do. Now it's Melbourne able to clear it. Best will send it back into the corner. So Pansino had the puck, lost it. Hoddick's also there. Anderson, who's been pretty quiet tonight for Adelaide. To Best. Now Boyle to Chen. Go back out towards Zach Boyle.
Not called. Yeah,
In fact, it will be called now. So it's going to be nicely called against Adelaide.
Well, we've got a few seconds. Are you a Bruin or a Blues man?
In this battle, Stanley Cup, definitely the Blues.
Oh, we've got a game on there. All right, that's lotto ticket, my friend.
Sorry, I'm a Habs fan. I can
Hang on.
never go for them.
Look at this. Don't make fun of my pickled herring or I'll send a couple of these. Oh, beautifully said, Anders. I'd make him eat them too. I seriously would, on camera, just for you. Hey,
I'm being put on the spot, aren't I?
Test lotto ticket, Bruins versus Blues. There, we're on.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I want 2 goals. No. No, we're going to game 3 tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a Habs fan. Can never go for anything in a Boston jersey.
Oh, come on, brother.
Here's a chase down for the ice, but the shot was high.
Obviously, you've never been to Boston.
No, I haven't.
Now you'll never be allowed.
I'm not planning to, don't worry. Kulcheski. Cleared by Gordachuk. So Graham. Now Flanagan. Will take the line himself, then leave it for Petrosky. Out wide looking for Swartz. Just bounced off his stick. Now Kulcheski.
Oh, there's Rezic playing a man high. They can get the puck up to him, he's away. But they can't get it out of the zone.
And Swartz will go back out towards Flanagan. He'll just keep it in. And Gordachuk will make the save. But I think it's not a bad tactic for Adelaide to use. As much as they're sacrificing a body in their defensive zone, they're 3 goals down.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, and now I know it's what we still got. Still half a period to go, but they've got to start taking some chances.
Absolutely, they do.
And nothing, I think, will get them up and going.
Let it go.
Get that cherry picker, steam rolls in, scores a goal.
Yep.
Everyone will feel good about themselves.
Absolutely. Good the confidence. A lot of good.
So from the face-off, it's Carpenter who has it now for the ice.
Good work, Mr. Carpenter.
Caruana. Just leave it now for Powell, who will leave it for Carpenter. Shot was blocked. It's going to be a foot race. Lundgren up against Benson. Benson wins it out for Adelaide.
Oh, good delay from Benson. Look at that.
Looking for Stapleton, who got it, but it's straight to the pads of James Downey.
Downey read it.
So Benson. Now Carpenter. Carpenter gets it back. Armstrong. Thought about the wraparound for a second, decided against it.
Oh, he's playing some good hockey at the moment.
So Carpenter. To Powell. Back out towards Carpenter. And Gordachuk will glove that one.
But that's a nice shot from Carpenter. You want it low, and you just needed someone in front there to tip it, but no one was there. Adelaide are just looking a little bit spent at the moment.
And of course, they play tomorrow at 2 p.m. local time against the Melbourne Mustangs. So they've got to front up again, so you don't want to be too tired too soon, do you?
No, you don't. Adelaide are just looking a little bit spent. But I think the score's got more to do with that. It's a burden on their shoulders.
Is it the psychological thing that
Absolutely.
You don't feel as tired when you're in front?
No. It's a bit like back checking. You can forward check all day, but back checking.
And Lazzarotto with the shot. Gordachuk cut the angles down. McKenzie, Bremner, just a bit of lack of communication between those two. They get away with it. Battle along the half wall. It's going to be cleared away.
Yeah, he's rimming it around. Clever play right now. It just puts pressure on the Adelaide defence. Dump it in, gun and run.
Eat up a bit of time.
Yeah, as well.
So Joyce.
Well, it's their game. They don't have to win it. They're in front. They can just play this out. Adelaide have to do the attacking.
So Marcel McGuinness looking there for Rezic.
Melbourne Ice is setting up a wall on the blue line. And happy just to dump it out.
So McKenzie was able to clear the zone there. Nathan Gachi, he's tied up. Lazzarotto there in support, gets the puck.
Clever play from Lazzarotto. Just delayed beautifully to get the puck deep in the zone.
Pansino plays along the kick plate. Gauthier now at the half wall. Melbourne Ice get it back. Jeremy Chai just fires on net. Off the blocker there of Gordichuk, straight to Pansino. Went for the pass and slot, but nobody was home. Gautier going for that stretch pass, looking for the Edmund. It's Rezic. Rezic just across the crease. There was no trailer there, unfortunately. But you can see it as a tactic, and that occasion it nearly worked out for them as Chaiwell just lined up Chen, but it's offside.
That was close.
Jeremy Chose, I think his eyes lit up, so I can take this guy.
Yes, he did too.
Bet the same size. So face-off won by Adelaide. But Graham has it now for the Ice. He'll go out wide. Out towards Flanagan. To Pansino. Gautier out towards Foal. Foal couldn't trap it. Gautier pass across the crease. It can always be potentially dangerous. Now Chen for Adelaide. Finds Remy McGuinness. He's tied up along the half wall, still has possession of the puck. Happy to send that one into the corner. Foal up against Graham. Foal keeps his feet. Now he protects the puck, loses an edge though. McGuinness there in support, that's Remy McGuinness. So Boyle fires, shoots, and the save made by James Downey.
Yeah. Very impressed with the strength of Ryan Foal there, playing after, you know, what happened to him. He copped a big hit, and to respond the way he has and be out here tonight, all power to him. Never, ever check from behind should be... Players that do that should be just rubbed out automatically.
So now face-off. Won by the Ice. The outlet pass wasn't great. Marcel McGuinness also there was Stapleton. But Carpenter happy just to relieve the pressure. He'll go back. Now towards Kachia, finds Carpenter. Rink wide pass to Schwartz, to Petrovski. He's corralled along the half. Falcon still gets out towards Schwartz.
Trying to get fancy now.
Now Riley, has he got the pace? Yes, he has. Can he get a shot away? Does. Downey with the save. Second effort. Great goal by Jake Riley.
Yeah, lazy play by Melbourne Ice. They got caught deep and they were lazy on the defence, and all power to Adelaide. Great skating, great forechecking and great finish.
But what an effort there by Jake Riley. It wasn't just the first effort, it was the second effort.
Without doubt.
He's a promising young player, Jake Riley, and he just showed it there.
Good move deep. There it is. That all came from just not giving up.
And what I liked about that, the rebound was there. He was a little bit of didn't panic.
No.
He just finished the deal. So 4-2 gives Adelaide a little bit of hope. That's the type of goal that can certainly lift a team too when you're trailing.
Yep.
So Armstrong. The 5 minutes, the next couple of shifts are going to be important.
Oh, good play, Armstrong. Now give it to the D.
Caruana.
There it
now
is.
Joyce, but it was I think it may have been just off the heel.
Resic's playing high.
So again, they're looking for the head man. Shot was off the pads there of Gordichuk. Joyce will keep it in. But Marcel McGuinness forced to play it off the boards. Kept in by Joyce.
I love the byplay that Chikara, is it?
And I think he's actually now basically he's manning Joseph Resig.
He's wearing it.
So Melbourne Ice have adjusted their tactics to Adelaide's tactics, and it's I like it as a move.
Oh, yeah.
And if they keep it up, I'd like to see if we can get a shot of it, just so our viewers can appreciate what we're seeing as well. So Armstrong at the point, off the boards, into Kurana.
Oh.
Now Armstrong left it behind. Here's a chance there for Adelaide. Rezic just waiting for the trailer to come in. That's Harley Anderson, gets a shot away. And that's hit the back netting. Oof. We'll have a face-off.
This is where it gets a little bit nervous for Melbourne Ice. They'll just start to doubt themselves a little and worried about what they'll be looking around saying, well, have I got my man covered? Have I got the space covered? Adelaide, nothing to lose and everything to gain. Drive everything to the net. Only 2 shots in the game.
So from the face-off, Adelaide have it. Andrew Chen. Looking there for Best. Best will get it back, but he's lost the puck. Graham will skate it out of the zone and go out wide towards Bremner. So Bremner looking there for the trailer in Graham. McKenzie. Again looking for Bremner. He tipped it, but his tip was just wide. To Best. Now Foal. Out towards Remy McGuinness. So Steve Best. Intercepting the pass there was Austin McKenzie. Gray, Melbourne Ice still trapped in their zone. Lazzarotto has it now, he'll skate it out.
3 on 2.
So Bremner out wide to McKenzie. But Gordachuk read that and made the save.
Doesn't matter, it was a good play. You will take my word for it, and I'm Jaffa, Anders, and I will spoon feed him on camera.
I'm kind of not looking forward to this. I'll make you eat durian one day. Then you'll pay.
Yeah, I can. I don't mind that. It stinks.
It stinks to high heaven. Don't eat durian and drink alcohol at the same time. You regret it later in that night.
It's the king fruit, mate.
Yes, the king of fruits. If you're a Malaysian.
Yeah. The herring. Good luck. You asked for this.
So now Rezic. He's forced us to retreat.
Oh, he's powering up. Good work.
So Anderson had a quiet night, got a shot. Danny made the save.
Yeah, Melbourne Ice just want to clear that puck out at the moment, get some breathing space. Adelaide are throwing everything at it.
And it's going to be nice and cool against the Melbourne Ice.
Ross, good to hear from you, mate.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, Ross Noga.
Yeah, well,
yep. Former Adelaide Adrenaline Identity. He was general manager of the team, wasn't he, for a long time?
Absolutely he was, and a great stalwart of hockey and a great supporter of it. And you're right, Ross. It wasn't pretty, but not in Erzen's defence. It's not in his nature to do what he did. It was just a dumb thing that he did. Yeah,
it was a dumb hockey hit as opposed to a person who's a malicious player.
Yeah, and thankfully Chris Wong's going to be all right. But you're right. It's a blight on the game, that.
So Kilcheski now takes the line. Remy McGuinness wearing him like a cheap suit. Now Kilcheski. Gautier should to the puck first for a lane.
You're talking about Steve's suits.
They're very cheap.
Cheap.
So now Best. Gordachuk looking at the bench, ready to make his move.
Well, he's asking the question. A bit early yet.
Well, 2 goals down, I'd go for it personally.
Right now?
Well, maybe not right this second now they're having to retreat, but...
Yeah, no, soon. 1 minute 40, I'll be doing it. As soon as they clear this puck out. Nah.
So the pass has been intercepted. But Adelaide get it back. Great work by Katroska. Gordachuk still in his crease. Nathan Kachia.
No, he's not moving.
To Joyce, Petrosky and Kilcheski there. Great work by Katroska. The Melbourne Ice have the numbers. So Swartz, Petrosky takes a tumble.
Oh,
Melbourne Ice looking for a call.
Yeah, he's put the whistle away.
Now it's Kachia with the puck. But what this is gobbling up time that Gordachuk can actually move to the bench for the extra attacker.
Exactly. It's not going to happen.
In that regard, Adelaide got themselves a bit trapped. Armstrong. He'll take the line.
Played a good game tonight, Armstrong.
Gets a shot away, and Gordachuk. He's going to play it on quickly. Good move.
Now he's looked to the bench.
Now he's got to make the move.
He's skating all the way over, but no one's coming out. He's had to retreat
Anderson.
back.
So Harley Anderson tried to get a shot away. It's been flipped up high. And that's a bit of disorganisation from the Adelaide bench.
Yeah,
Gordachuk did the right thing. He read the play. So Rezic fires, shoots, and a save by Downey.
Do you know, the game's over. Melbourne Ice are going to win, and you have to eat some herring. You ripper. Steve's going to love this, you know that.
Well, Steve hoarded the last lot of herring that came.
Did he?
Yep.
Even if we have to film it upstairs and just show everybody. Not in game time.
So Adelaide have called a timeout, and I would say that they will be starting with the extra attacker straight off the face-off.
They should have already done it, mate. It's past tense now. It's just past tense. I think the timeout's about you and the herring.
But one thing coming out of this game, when I'm looking at Adelaide, is they got very close. They got an overtime loss last week. But what I'm seeing today is, despite the result, the organisation, you're starting to see some players with a bit of speed. They haven't dropped their heads.
No.
Maybe it's been a long journey for the Adelaide Drilling Hockey Club to get themselves better. They haven't had a great start to the season, but are we starting to see, hopefully, that the tide is starting to turn? The results aren't there, but they're
moving forward, mate. They're more than competitive.
And that's half the battle, to be competitive. And tomorrow's going to be a big challenge for them against a pretty good Mustang side. If they can repeat the effort, much as you say you want the result, if they can repeat the effort, they'll take a lot out of this weekend.
Absolutely.
There Gauthier, I thought he took that out. That must have been just in, according to the linesman. That's whose decision counts at Gauthier.
6 on 5.
To Riley. Time fast running out for Adelaide. Boyle, the backhanded pass.
10 seconds. Got to be now or never.
Shot comes in, and the shot was high.
That's it.
But what it will mean, Melbourne Ice go back-to-back victories for the first time this season. Their weekend is done. They've got 5 out of 6 possible points, and all of a sudden their season is back on track.
It's a great weekend for Melbourne Ice. Turning point was last week against Newcastle, albeit they lost, but they drew the line in the sand, and they've come back well. But Adelaide were not disgraced tonight. They played with purpose, heart, and they played some intelligent hockey.
They did. And 2 of those goals, 2-goal margin, you have to say 2 of those goals were just really unlucky goals. One was...
off the back of the net, hit the back of the leg, and the other one was an own goal.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're right. What does that make it? It makes it 2-2 at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's hockey. But,
And you just had Brett Laver come back, so I think he's a bit more relieved than anything else to come out of that result.
There was a sigh that coming out of there, yep. Well, the boys, he showed faith in the boys, and the boys have said to him, well, they come away with 5 points this weekend.
And, of course, Adelaide do play the Mustangs tomorrow. It's the Mustangs Pride game. The game starts at 2 o'clock, so, well, being you, Jaff, we won't be there, but
no.
Certainly, at least as a crew, we'll be there for that game.
So who's doing it?
It's Rod, filling your chair, and Jeff Coop.
Oh, Coops.
The Coops are in the...
Coops wants my spot. I can see it now.
Of course, he wants our spot. But we better wrap things up here at the O'Brien Icehouse. In the end, great result for the Melbourne Ice. They claimed a 4-2 victory over a plucky Adelaide Adrenaline. Yep. My name's Michael Clark. On behalf of my co-commentator Paul Jaffa Watson, we hope you enjoyed today's game, and we'll see you next time.
Good hockey.